Hey guys, it's John, the supersized shooter here, and today I would like to give you my insight on using the Lee Loadall 2 press for Shotshell. I just decided to get into reloading a little bit, and this is a very good way to get into reloading without having to spend a ton of money on ammunition. So what I did was I picked this press up very inexpensively on eBay, and I went to my local gun shop where they had an outdoor range, and they were shooting trap and skeet, and you could go to your local ranges and ask them for the shot shells, the spent shot shells. And they throw them away in the garbage, so you might as well reuse them if you can. I prefer, right now I'm starting with Winchester shot shells that I'm reloading, and one of the most important parts of reloading is having the proper information. So what I did was, even though my Lee Loadall came with a book with information on the powders and based on what type of powder and what the grain should be for the shell, I still bought the Shotshell Reloading Handbook. Got it on Amazon for $19.99, and it's the 5th edition from Lyman. And this book has all the information you need to know about shotshell reloading, from primers, shot shells, cartridges, powders, stainless steel or lead, depending on what shot you're going to be using, the size of the shot. Everything is in there, and there's charts and information galore. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you read up thoroughly. You need to know what type of shell you're going to load first, and then match up a primer that goes with that, all based on the recipes that are in the book. So once you figure out what kind of shell you're going to use, the book will give you the recipes based on what kind of powder you're using, what kind of lead you're using, what kind of primers you're using, and then you could be assured that it's going to be a safe load. So this is the beginning information, and what I think is very important is not just having, you can't just buy a press and have gunpowder and lead shot and go to town. You need to know which wad goes in which shell, and all that information is in the Reloading Handbook by Lyman. So check it out. It's something very interesting. It's a good read. And if you live close to a range that has trap and skeet, you could pick up the shells for free, and that'll save you some money on reloading. And the next segment will be about resizing and priming your shells. Have a great day, guys. Keep on shooting. So my first step with the Lee Loadall 2 shot press is I like to prepare all my holes with new primers in them and set them aside and ready to go for future loading. So what I like to do is I like to work with, right now I'm working with Winchester Universal hulls, and they're in very good condition. They've only been shot once, but they have a spent primer in it. So what I want to do is I want to take the resizing ring with the band on the top. I want to slide that over. I'm going to put it in station 1. And what this does is two things. This resizes the shot shell and also removes the old primer. So I push down, make sure that it's nice and flush with the bottom so that it's even, and it removes the primer. And what I did was I just drilled a hole through my table and I attached a glass jar underneath the table to catch the spent primers so that it doesn't build up inside here in the press. Then I'm using Winchester 209 primers, and I drop a primer inside station 2. I bring down the press, and it doesn't take much pressure to release the case resizer. And now I have a new primed shell ready to be used to be reloaded. So I'll do 250 of these, one case worth at a time, and I'll store them and then when I'm ready, I'll be able to set up my press so that I have one bushing for the proper amount of weight of gunpowder, and the other bushing will be 1 1/8 for the number 8 Shotshell lead. And next step will be the reloading process.